you in my belief. Friends may come and friends may go, but you should know that I've got your back. It's automatic, so never hesitate to call. 'Cause I'm your sister and always for you. And don't know what I'd ever do without you from the beginning to the end. You've always been here right beside me, so I'll call you my best friend through the good times and the bad ones. Whether I lose or if I win, I know one thing that never changes, and that's you and my best friend. Whenever I'm done and all that's going on is really going on, just one of those days when you say the right thing to keep me. And don't know what I'd ever do without you from the beginning to the end. You've always been here right beside me, so I'll call you my best friend through the good times and the bad ones. Whether I lose or if I win, I know one thing that never changes, and that's you and my best friend. Whenever I'm done and all that's going on is really going on, just one of those days.
America is the birthplace for Foundation of Black Americans. We are not guests here. We are natives to the United States by blood, birth, centuries of unpaid labor. No other group has had a longer continuous presence in building America's infrastructure, culture, economy, legal institutions without immigrating from another place than us. We are not immigrants. We are a unique ethnic group formed on American soil. So you don't get to flee over here and tell us you're African just like me. We all bleed. No, 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 no. I ain't like you. We ain't never abandoned what we built. Despite dealing with these white supremacists with the segregation, slavery, redlining, lynching, incarceration, we still stood on business. We ain't never fled in mass to another country. We stayed, organized, rebelled, litigated, and built. We created our own damn schools, our own towns, churches, political organizations, music, food, religions, all on this damn soil. That's ownership. We fought to defend our homeland through acts of resistance and sacrifice. Every gain that we have was taken. We made that possible for you to come over here and just pull up and have it easy.
Were cutting off your testicles and your genitalia. They weren't doing that just to be mean. Their whole quest has been to cut off your life germ. See, the power is in your seed. All right? It's not in nothing about size and all of that people say. The power is in your seed because you all are the greatest men on earth, the maker, the owner, the cream of the planet Earth, God of the universe. Can't nobody take that from you. Now, I know we got some of the guys in the gutter. We got some of the guys on crack. We got the guys in prison. But that doesn't negate who you really are.
And if you're a Pan-Africanist and you say you're an African, then you need to go back home, Akata.
What? What? What in the world is this, boy? I ain't gonna lie. I've never in my life had to deal with no bullshit like this. Never in my life.
Do it at that fucking trash can right there.
I'm not doing shit. So empty the purse right here and I will let you go. You making it more than what it is.
Step outside, please, bro. I ain't trying to run. I'll step out there on my knees, bro. I'm just trying.
Okay. And when tell that black nigga when I catch him, I'ma beat the shit out of him. I'm taking all my jewelry off because I'ma let you out. If you run, I'ma hit you so hard.
Okay, I
You gonna
understand.
fall asleep
Please, I
for
understand.
so
I
long.
understand.
Okay?
Please. Oh, bro.
You not going nowhere.
Let me get
Come on, bro.
outside, bro.
You come here. Empty the purse. If you empty the purse, I will let you
I'll empty it out.
go. Right here.
Right.
Empty the purse.
Away from the trash can.
It's not like a mistake in your life, bro. Please, bro. I'm trying to do it, no, bro. Look at this.
Run.
Oh! Oh!
Look, right here.
Hey! Hey!
Store owner Soonja Du thought 15-year-old Latasha Harlins was going to steal some orange juice.
She had the money in her hand. You can see the money in the videotape. and the suspect grabbed the backpack, and there became a physical altercation over the backpack. And as our victim turned to walk away from the scene, the suspect raised a weapon and shot the victim in the back of the head.
Latasha was an A student, honor roll student. She got money every week for her allowance, so she did not have to steal orange juice.
The store clerk, a Korean woman, is now in jail. The black community is outraged over the killing. The NAACP is demanding the clerk be tried for murder.
Stop killing our children! We want justice!
Please read the verdict. Title of court and cause. We, the jury, remove other time of action, find the defendant, Singh Jadu, guilty of voluntary manslaughter in violation of Penal Code Section 192A.
Power tools. There's no telling when something's gonna come up, so make sure you carry your power tools at all times. You never know when you're gonna need to bring the hammer down, or when you'll have some trash that needs to be blown away, or some obstacle that requires cutting down. Don't get caught empty-handed. Keep your hammer close by. Keep that leaf blower at the ready. And always carry your steel. Power tools. Because no matter what your day job or side hustle may be, there's no excuse for not being ready to put in some work.
My parents are from New York.
Americans, they don't know where they're from, you know.
I think American black people are the most lost black people in the world.
Like my mom would tell me not to marry an African.
Yeah.
She says it all the time.
My parents are both from Grenada. They think that black people are lazy. Does like resonate with me because I've heard that a lot.
That's slave food. I don't do that, babe. I'm not a slave. I was never a slave. I don't know how a slave because I was never a slave, babe. I know where my grandfather came from, my great-grandfather, and where all their ass came from. Your ass don't know.
I never thought I would have to defend my culture from people that look like me. I thought I would be having these conversations about culture with white people, with Hispanic people, with Indian people. I don't have those conversations. Only the people that look like me in the diaspora that are questioning the culture, questioning X, Y, and Z. That's the part that's very frustrating for me.
People come here and steal daily. You guys dress how we dress, talk how we talk. That's a part of our culture. Eat what we eat. That woman saying, oh, I don't eat slave food. I can be really grimy and say, yeah, well, I eat my food with a spoon. That's how frustrating it gets me, because you got to hear this stuff and I got to sit here and be like, well, let's be respectful. Then it's just like, nah, all gloves off. I can talk shit about your culture too.
And I never forget how every other race did us for them white folks. Never. I will never fucking forget it.
We keep saying it, but people act like they don't hear us. Delineation matters.
Right. If the data lumps us in with everybody else, our lineage gets erased.
Disaggregation shows who's actually owed. It's about the descendants of U.S. chattel slavery.
Can you explain how reparations were paid to enslavers at the end of slavery?
And this is something very interesting. The British had paid their enslavers with 20,000 pounds or whatever at that time. Well, the British government didn't have enough money to fully pay them. So that was part of the rationale for having the apprenticeship program, where they made the Africans work for a certain number of years after for free in order to pay that, okay? But actually, this is startling. The British government just balanced that payment in 2015.
Say that again, please.
They just balanced that debt in 2015. So we've all been paying reparations to the enslavers. Yeah, you had a Chase account, Barclays account. Right. Yeah, they just settled that score. Do not trust the white man; he will betray you. They'll do anything for money. It's just merciless.
Y'all wasn't picking cotton. You was picking flights. Let's get that straight before we go any further. Reparations ain't for everybody. And that's not hate, that's heritage. This is a specific claim tied to a specific group. You can't globalize our grievance and then dilute the debt. Now, since it's trending, let's talk California. Governor Gavin Newsom signed some bills this October from the state's reparations task force. But let's not act like he went full justice mode. He signed AB 3121 to create a reparations unit under the California Civil Rights Department, which is supposed to educate the public and explore future legislation. Cute. But he vetoed bills that would have given black families actual pathways to reclaim land stolen through eminent domain, like in SB 490. He said those land bills had potential for unintended consequences. Unintended for who, though? Because the consequences for us been loud and intentional since 1619. And see, that's the game. They'll approve studies, commissions, and task forces, but when it comes to actual redistribution, it's suddenly too complicated, too expensive, or too divisive. Meanwhile, Japanese Americans got redress, Jewish Americans got restitution, Native tribes still get checks, Ukrainians got billions overnight. But foundational Black Americans? They want us to wait. Wait for the next study. Wait for the next governor. Wait for the next century. Nah, we done waiting. And don't let them box us into just slavery descendants either. That's a trick bag. Our trauma didn't stop in 1865. It evolved, it metastasized, redlining, COINTELPRO, mass incarceration, medical apartheid, displacement, culture theft. Our people weren't just enslaved, we were targeted for extinction, politically, economically, genetically, spiritually. Some of us were never slaves at all, not because we were free, but because we were native. Indigenous to this land before the Constitution was even conceived. American Indians who spoke Muskogean, Natchez, and Gullah, forced onto colored rolls, then erased from both sides of the census. And guess who got hit twice over? FBA Indians. We got treated like refugees on our own soil. But somehow, we're the ones being questioned. Meanwhile, folks who just got here last generation, passports still fresh, are standing on podiums telling us we're dividing the Black community by demanding a debt owed. No. What's divisive is showing up to a table we built, demanding equal shares after the meal's been cooked, served, and half-eaten. Byron Donalds, born of Jamaican and Panamanian parents, said reparations is the wrong road. Kamala Harris, whose roots are Jamaican and Indian, went silent on reparations the minute she stepped foot in the White House. You got Haitian, Eritrean, Somali, Dominican, and Afro-Cuban reps in Congress riding the CBC wave while offering no momentum for the people who birthed the struggle. Respectfully, y'all benefit from our proximity, but you don't carry our history. FBA isn't a vibe. It's not a costume. It's not African American when convenient, and Caribbean pride when checks get cut. If your folks weren't here during Jim Crow, weren't on the chain gangs, weren't coded as Negro, when that label could get you hung, then this check ain't got your name on it. One drop rule got y'all confused. Race is a social construct. Lineage is a legal one. We're not denying your Blackness, we're defending our birthright. So let's be precise. If you come from Trinidad, Liberia, Puerto Rico, Cape Verde, Panama, or Ghana, that's beautiful. But you are not owed reparations from the US government unless your bloodline runs through our trauma. That includes all FBA. Whether you descend from chattel slavery, Indian removal, or Reconstruction-era freedmen. Reparations is not a Black and brown handout. It's a foundational Black invoice, stamped, verified, overdue. This ain't about hate. This is about homegrown. You immigrated, we originated. And that's the difference between an ally and an heir.
Hey, they said Minnesota, we got the ancient scrolls. Boy, stop lying. Y'all just cold winter gold. Talking about a prophecy from way back in the snow. 3,000 years, bro. Where the receipts, though? Hey, where the receipts, though? Where the receipts, though? If you had a vision, it was probably about some heat, though. Look, I'm FBA, born and raised, got the pedigree. And a Ice Age map got Minnesota next to the Red Sea. Y'all hitting TikTok, talking about you had a deal. But the only promise made was jackets made of steel. A prophecy, man, please. That ain't in no scripture. Show me 1K painting with a Minnesota picture. Saying y'all was chosen like the snow part ways. 3,000 years ago, bruh, that's before the Ice Age. They said Minnesota House, we got the ancient scrolls. Boy, stop lying, y'all just go with winter gold. Talking about a prophecy from way back in the snow. 3,000 years, bro, where the receipts, though? Hey, where the receipts, though? Where the receipts, though? If you had a vision, it was probably about some heat, though.
Look, ain't no disrespect. I'm just roasting the line, cause
man, I'm gonna ask you one more time. When did her evaluation go through? What date?
June, at the end of June, June 30th.
Okay. Here's the thing. She was fired during that evaluation?
Not during, but soon after.
Soon after?
Correct.
So again, based on that information that you had, you guys were going to fire her, correct?
Based on after the
That's
evaluation.
based on her performance evaluations. There was a very good chance that we were going to fire this young lady.
I wouldn't say it was guaranteed, but based on the performances, yes, there was.
Yes,
Company-wide,
it's okay to say yes.
for all employees,
it's okay
with
to say
these type
yes.
of evaluations,
yes.
we would have looked
yes.
at termination.
Yes, we were going to fire her. So here's my question: if this woman here has a poor evaluation, and she was most likely going to be fired, why on God's green earth would you accept her bone marrow for your son?
Because, like I mentioned earlier, one thing has nothing to do with the other. You already said, you admitted that we're talking business. Now we're talking about person.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
now you're asking me a
exactly.
question based on my son's
Yeah,
health.
because you know what
That's
it is?
separate.
It's like, you know what? I'm going to fire you. I know I'm going to fire you, but you got something I want. Well, hold on, but let me finish. You got something I want. You got something I need. So I'm not going to say anything about your evaluations. I'm not going to say anything about your performance. I'm not going to show you any of this information. I'm just going to wait for you to give me that bone marrow. And as soon as I get it, your ass is gone.
That's
exactly what happened. Let me ask you a question. Are you married, sir?
Yes, of course.
Is your wife happy that your son's alive?
Of course.
How do you think your wife would have felt if he would have died? If you guys couldn't find a donator, someone to do the donation?
I can't even think about that scenario. I don't want to think about.
You know who else couldn't think about that scenario? This woman right here. This woman right here couldn't think about. Do you have any children, ma'am?
Yes, I do.
You know what it would be like? You ever thought about what it'd be like to lose one of your kids?
I don't even want to imagine.
We can't imagine. We agree on that. We can't imagine
because
losing our children
you see, sir.
and the
Here's
things
the
that
thing.
we would do for our children.
Here's the
and that's
thing.
why we're so indebted to her and always have a special place for her in our family because of what she did. But that's the separate part that you already mentioned. That's based on the personal aspect.
We will always have a special place within our family.
That's correct. She
Why
saved
didn't
my
he
son's
fire
life.
me before?
But that's
I donated.
But that part's not being questioned here, correct?
Oh, it's being questioned. It's being questioned. You know why? Because this side's very slimy. This is slimy, my friend. This is about as slimy as it gets. You got what you wanted to save your son's life, and then you had the audacity. The person who saved your son's life, you know what? I got what I wanted. You're out. See you later.
I'm not the villain here. You had to run a business. I have other employees.
I'm very